Hi all! Today I'm going to show you how to use the Olio app most efficiently and effectively. So let's begin. I'm going to show you my screen over here. And we are going into the Olio app. So this is my home screen. Obviously you need to sign up for the app first. So just create an account, download it, create an account, and then set your location on the top. So basically, actually you can just go into menu and then location is all the way down here. So, and then you're ready to go. So basically, before you get started, what I would do is go on the sign that's below food, and you can make some adjustments. So what I usually do is I put the maximum distance to 2 kilometers. You can put it higher or lower, but if you put it higher, then you will see items that are quite far away, and Olio is only pickup. You can't, or you're not even allowed to ask anybody to send anything to you. So therefore I put it to 2 kilometers. So then at the top it says non-food. So right now we're looking at non-food items that people have just uploaded that you can click on. Let's say we click on this. And then if you want to have this item, you can click request this at the bottom. And then you need to specify the pickup time and the date. The sooner the better, because when people upload, they most of the time just want to get rid of it. So if you say, hey, I'm gonna pick it up in a week's time, that's not such a good idea. If you're not able to pick it up in the next 3 days, I would not recommend to request this item. And then add a message. If you're being nice, people are being nice to you too. Sounds so cheesy. But if you just say a few nice words as to why you want this item, then unless a whole lot of other people have requested it, you have a good chance of getting this. This, when you press request, there used to be 3 flames at the top, and depending how many flames there were, you could see kind of how many other people requested it. Sadly, they don't have this feature anymore, so that's a bit annoying, but maybe it'll come back at some point. Then food. You'll see the food items that are in your area, and it's exactly the same thing. If you want any of them, you can click on it and request it at the bottom, and make sure you always read what the person said for their pickup time. So here the person said today ASAP. So for food you also have to be quicker than for non-food because of expiry dates, etc. And I think with food, when you list food, it's only listed for 5 days. When you list non-food, it's listed, I think, I can't remember, 25 days, 29 days, well, quite a while. So those are the main features. And I think those are the main features that people use, but there are more. So let's go back to non-food. So all these items are free, and that's how Olio started, that there were only free items on the app. But now it also has a feature which says buy. So you can see what sort of things people have added in your area. If you're looking for something specific, I would suggest you go up to the search icon next to the bell, and then you can, let's say, books. I sometimes search for books because I like reading. And then you get all the books that are uploaded that are free, and also the ones that people want money for. And you can have a look what's out there. So that's quite a good way if you're willing to pay something. Now I personally find that sometimes people upload things here in the buy option that have ridiculous prices. So right now I'm scrolling down. Now these prices are more or less okay. But yesterday when I looked, it was like £90, £50, £20. And for things that, like, people don't pay secondhand for that. So if you're gonna sell something on here, which I personally haven't had that much success on, I had more success selling things on Vinted than here because I don't know, I think people are not looking as much. And then the other thing is, if somebody finds something that they want, they actually have to come and pick it up from you, because there's no option for this to be sent. And so, I mean, I'm not saying it's hopeless, but I'm not really recommending it. Then there is a borrow feature. In this section, actually says here at the top that this is for lending and borrowing with your neighbors, well, with your neighborhood. So you can request things that you want to borrow, or you can put something up that you are willing to lend, and you can put a few things as a request. Like, for example, if you are willing to lend a book, then you can say, hey, I only lend things out to people with 5 stars, who are within a 2K radius, that sort of thing. And then we have the wanted section, and you can post something that you're looking for, that you want. I have had some positive experiences with this, but generally speaking, if you are looking for something, I think, well, maybe I should post something in the wanted. Yes, I'll do that later, because it's, or maybe I'll just take you through, because then you see how this works. I'll click add, I'll click wanted. So if you wanted to upload something else, you would click free, sell, lend. Well, you just pick what's according to you. Now the thing is, I don't have a picture, so I guess I have to do this later. I'm just going to take you through this form. So currently I'm looking for a yoga mat. So I'm gonna put a picture here, like I'll just screenshot one from Amazon. I'll put a title, put a description, write down when I'm available to pick this up, and then I'm just going to submit it, and it immediately gets posted and people can see it. Then let's go to the menu. So the reason I have a heart on top of my picture is because I donate to Olio. That's something you can do as well if you want, but you don't have to. It is free to have this app. I love the features you have here. It's so fun. You can see what your impact is. So for example, I've been in Olio for 464 days. I've shared with 100 people. I saved 23 meals. I saved water. I saved some money. My total activity is that I have offered 181 listings and I have received 85. I think it's just so cool to check in with this, and I have received lots of badges. That's something you can look into when you're actually on the app. Levels. So basically, when you start, you're on red because you're just getting started. And every time you give something away that somebody picks up, you get 50 points for that. Every time you pick something up, you get 30 points for that. And every time you give a review to another Olioer, you get 20 points for that. So that's how you then eventually can earn more and more points. So you can see I'm at pink. I just reached pink. I'm so excited. So I have 10,000 points, more than 10,000 points. And now my next level is at 50,000. But it's really fun. I find the levels really fun. Then if you have any listings, you can click on my listings. I think my events is something new that they're just starting. You can look at your profile and your account, which I'm not doing right now because I don't want to share that data to YouTube. You can put your notification preferences, location. I've shared that earlier. That's something you need to do right off the bat to get started. And that's basically it. So what has my experience been with Olio? My experience has been really positive. I started, like you saw, like nearly a year and a half ago, a bit less, and I've really enjoyed the experience of being able to give things away and knowing that somebody else is going to use it. It's not going in the bin, because with a lot of charities, unless you know the ins and outs or you know somebody who volunteers there, I find that sometimes it's not 100% clear what happens with your stuff. So knowing that somebody is going to pick it up is just really valuable for me. And then picking things up that I can use is amazing. I mean, I've received, over the time frame that I've been on the app, I've received such cool things, and things that, things that I've used, things that I'm still using to this day. Some things are very small things or cheap things. Some things are actually valuable things. If somebody uploads something quite valuable, it goes very fast. You have to be super fast, but you can get some things that are really cool. But obviously only look for what you really need, because at the beginning I was really excited and I saw something and then I went to pick it up, and I wouldn't say that I picked up too much, although I guess probably sometimes I did. So don't get into the habit that you're then cluttering your house because you're picking up all this free stuff. Be really mindful about it and think about what you really need and what you could give away yourself. And sometimes when I upload items on Vinted to sell them, and they're really good items, but they're just not selling, or it takes like a really long time for them to sell, I just say to myself, you know what, I'll give it to the Olio community, because I know I'm getting it back. You know, it's give and take, and I'm happy to give things to the Olio community because I know I've received amazing things too. And in terms of safety, now, if any of you guys are Olioers or have some experiences, I would like to know about your experiences in the comments below. So I haven't had any negative experiences with other Olioers, although I do often check what their reviews are before I confirm somebody. But that being said, I don't always do that, because sometimes I just want an item to go. And also, if somebody is new, I don't want to take the chance away from them to get started. But yeah, I haven't really had any bad experiences, except one, but it didn't do anything to my safety. It was just that one time somebody confirmed a pickup, and then suddenly that person wasn't in my messages anymore, and I thought, this is really weird. They were gonna pick it up in like 10 minutes and they're not in my messages, and I can't message them because they're gone. And then I actually used the Olio forum and I asked if anybody had this experience before, and they said that this happens sometimes if somebody at the last minute decides they don't want to pick up from you anymore, but they don't want to risk a bad rating, because Olio is really strict about being reliable, and if you are a no-show, if you say you're going to pick something up and you don't, then you risk a bad rating. So sometimes people then block the other person, and that's what happened to me. Somebody blocked me. Please don't do that. I'm not sharing this so that anybody uses this against other Olios. I really didn't like the experience. It wasn't very nice. I think that if you can't pick something up, or you change your mind or whatever, just say it, just be honest. Yeah, that's what I think, just be honest. So yeah, anyway, that was the only thing. Look at my little visitor here. Hello. Hello. So a lot of the food pickups, because people who are food heroes, they pick up things from stores and then they redistribute them, and this often happens at night. So because I live in London, I'm often scared to go to those pickups because I don't want to be out that late. So if you had experience with that, let me know. And also, I personally haven't done any, I haven't let anybody else pick something up from me at night. Maybe that's just me. You can also, if you don't want somebody to come to your house to pick it up, you can meet them somewhere else. I've done that before. It takes a little bit more effort, but you can do that. Or you can do what they call, well, something with contactless, where you don't actually open the door to them. You know they're about to come, and then you hang the stuff on your doorknob outside, or you hide it somewhere in your garden and you send them a picture. You let them know where it is, so that way you don't actually open the door to a stranger. Yeah, I'm curious how other people protect themselves. That's the only thing I've protected myself so far, but I have had pretty good experiences with Olio, and I think it's fantastic. We need to do more for our environment. It's really important. Actually, I forgot one thing I wanted to show you, and I'm gonna show it to you. Okay, so let's go back into the Olio app one more time. Goals at the bottom right next to home. Here we are. So here are some opportunities that Olio gives you to earn extra points. So you can see delete files from your phone. You can earn 50 points. And okay, let's look another one. Make your own shampoo, fix your old electric door, I can't say it, mend your clothes. Anyway, there's lots of things to choose from. It's just really fun. You can pick 3 and then do those 3. And once you've done those 3, you get the points and you can pick another 3. Now you don't have to do this. This is just like a little fun thing. But I wanted to show you this because, yeah, like I said, it's such a fun thing to do. And you learn about things that you can do for the environment. I think it's just so fun. Anyway, that was one last thing I wanted to show you. That's all for today. I hope this video helped you to understand Olio and you're ready to download the app now. If you want to see more videos with me, subscribe to my channel, give this video a like if you liked it, and see you next time.